I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God it in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman and that's by dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bear in mind the devil made me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined, I am not confined to any wicked system that these demons have designed. They frame a mind and have you salty as a bacon rind. I'm trying to mastermind how to help out humankind. I'm open mind, but I do not walk with none aligned. My state of mind is to keep a peace for peace of mind. I'm like Malcolm with my piece at the Venetian blinds. I'm trying to manifest some things in my subconscious mind that I have only seen in dreams in my unconscious mind. My dreams unrefined, spring to mind, a state of mind that make it seem this lucky life of mine is pre-designed. And if it is, then thank the Lord, cause that's the mastermind. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
This is what I'm talking about. NFL playoffs at Lambeau Field with a snowstorm camped out over the upper Midwest. Let's go. It's time for some great football in Green Bay. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. Punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. This is Saquon Barkley, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
8 yards to go on second down. Here's a give to Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. They'll look to throw here. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. On the return, Jackson. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Let's get there. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Oh, 18. Check 13. Check 13. Shoot.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now Jones. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. 95. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Big Ed. Big Ed. Big Ed. Check 4. Check 4.
A give to Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. 18. Pioneer.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Aaron Robinson in on the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Giants' 37-yard line.
29 is the Mike 29. Riggs. 29 is the Mike 29. Hey, pick it up, defense. Panther 11. 29 is the Mike 29. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing Jones. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. This one swung out here to Jones. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Jones. On third down. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And the first play will be a field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Crosby is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board, and a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Here's Jackson. A 55-yard punt that time with a return of about 14. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Like 17. Mike 17. Mike 17. Check. 17's Mike. Mike 17.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning. Tracking 60. Don't get nervous.
Mike 17. Mike 17.
To throw on second down. Jones. Incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
29 is a Mike. Mike 29. You ain't going nowhere. 29 is a Mike.
Back to throw. Jones. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Floyd. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Fielded at about the 28. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big-time play there for the G-men.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
17's Mike 17. I got him. Warriors 17. Mike 17.
Looking to throw. Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Mike 29. Gotta do better.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Dancing to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's caught on the right side at Smith. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Eluding the pressure right. First down and much more here for Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. Now it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jones. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
95 to Sam. No, check his mic. Watch the run. 95 Mike. Watch 95. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Kill. Hit the street. It's coming. It's coming. Double up. Check 26. Check 26. He's checking. Crash.
The give is to Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And Crosby puts it through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. He'll drop to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out right. Looking for Shepard deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
From the 30 on second down. Jones. This is Smith with a grab. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. A check down here to Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 54 yards on the ground for him so far.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's the big man dealing with it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Mason Crosby on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
The kick by Crosby is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
At the 33-yard line.
Second down, here's Barkley again. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question.
The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. So the Packer offense coming on. They'll be asked to go for 2. Jones throwing for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw here. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the
throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And into to the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looking to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Jones to throw on third down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Throw right side, caught by Ridley. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Packers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Off play action. Jones. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Now that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Dillon now on 1st and 10. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 37 yards. And the Packers are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth-quarter lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards, not